A manager comes to the HR director and complains about a recent global assignee. The employee has been late on the first business plan deadline and is not meeting set objectives. How should the HR director respond? A. Review the employee's employment record to identify potential signs of an inability to self-manage. B. Contact the employee directly and state the concerns and performance expectations. C. Explain to the manager the process of cross-cultural adjustment and its effect on productivity. D. Analyze the manager's performance requirements of the employee and its alignment to strategic objectives. The answer is C. Although the employee may not be a good fit for the assignment, a reasonable assumption now is since the assignment is recent, the employee's productivity may have been affected by the changes and stresses of cross-cultural adjustment. The HR director should encourage the manager to discuss the possible pressures with the global assignee to find a resolution. A hurricane results in a major disruption to a country's manufacturing sector, whose goods are exported worldwide. Far-reaching effects to other countries include disruption of global ports, supply chains, changes to export policies, and new trade agreements. What term best describes this kind of breadth of effects? A. Global integration. B. Hyperconnectivity. C. Political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental effects. D. Ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric framework. The answer is C. PESL describes the convergence of political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental forces. Global integration emphasizes consistency of approach, standardization of processes, and a common corporate culture across global operations. Hyperconnectivity is the increasing digital interconnection of people and things. Geocentric model views the world as one market, seeking the best talent and ideas everywhere, and balancing global consistency with local adaptation. The EPRG framework categorizes international business strategies into 4 orientations: ethnocentric, polycentric, regiocentric, and geocentric. This helps companies understand how to approach international markets, considering factors like cultural differences and similarities. Which situation is most likely to cause reverse culture shock? A. Reminders of home while on assignment. B. Inhospitable host country co-workers. C. Repatriation without enough notice. D. Unexpected changes in personal perspective in the host country. The answer is C. Repatriation without adequate notice or support can trigger reverse culture shock. This refers to the emotional and psychological distress experienced by individuals returning home after living abroad. Insufficient preparation and support can exacerbate these challenges, making the return more difficult. Note that the other answer choices would impact culture shock when the employee first arrives in a country different from theirs, that is, the host country. What action should HR take to approach global assignments from a strategic systematic perspective? A. Reinforce national identity and organizational culture in decision-making. B. Disseminate information, technology, and values uniformly throughout the global organization. C. Develop cross-cultural fluency in personnel designated for global assignments. D. Build a staffing plan adaptable to immediate and short-term staffing needs. The answer is B. One of the most important tasks is to ensure that communication and knowledge sharing are universal throughout the organization. A strategic systematic perspective focuses on long-term goals, proactive planning, and a holistic view of the organization, while a tactical reactive perspective emphasizes short-term actions, immediate responses to challenges, and a narrower focus within the organization. What major apprehension does a global HR team face in a transnational organizational structure? A. Displeasure in host countries when headquarters policies and practices are imposed on them. B. Weakening of thriving brands that were developed in the parent country. C. Ensuring technology and processes promote the exchange of information in the corporation. D. Difficulty in positioning products and services in markets outside the parent country. The answer is C. An organization pursuing a transnational strategy and structure aims to maintain a strong global identity as well as respond to local influences. This strategy requires an excellent communication infrastructure and processes that promote communication and collaboration between the parent country, headquarters, and host, local operations. This type of strategy does not seek to impose headquarters culture and practices on local operations,